Callum writes, here is my question. What movie that got a sequel didn't deserve a sequel?
My pick is Cars 2. I did not care for the first Cars. I mean, I love Pixar and I love all their movies, but out of all the sequels that they were gonna do, they hadn't done Incredibles 2. They're working on it now, and Finding Nemo, they're working on one now. But Cars 2 was not the first thing I thought of. It did okay, but I just remember kind of falling asleep at that one, and I didn't even watch the second one. I heard it was worse, even worse. I think the reason they made it though was so they could sell all the toys for the kids. I don't know. What's your pick?
I like Cars too.
I would say the Smurfs. God, that movie was terrible.
God.
And then you hear they're making a sequel. It's like, what are you people doing? Even Alvin and the Chipmunks, at least I understand the appeal of that. The Smurfs, Alvin and the Chipmunks was made for kids, and the Smurfs looked like it was trying to be something more than it was. It looked like you had the Smurf Village, and for the first 10 minutes, I was like, oh man, we're going to stay here? No, we're going in the real world. We're going to have Neil Patrick Harris goofing off. We're going to have Sofia Vergara goofing off, and it was such a bad movie. It was such a horrible experience for me to go through, and to hear they're making Smurfs too, I was like, the only thing worse than that would be my experience at G.I. Joe Rise of Cobra. But I understand why they made a sequel to that, and I actually like G.I. Joe Retaliation. Even though G.I. Joe Rise of Cobra was so bad, it's such a known property that I think you can reboot that and make it better. So Smurfs, I didn't understand what they were doing. Having said that, the fact that they're making a new Smurfs movie and they're rebooting that, I still have some confidence in it.
You're a walking contradiction, Ellis. You know my thoughts on CGI characters. Minus Paddington. That is the exception, not the rule. He was charming. The rest of them are the stuff nightmares are made of, straight up. Mean Girls too. Mean Girls, Tina Fey, masterful. It was such a good take on the high school and like comedy banter, the chemistry between the girls. It was just so clever and raunchy and hilarious. And they made a second one. Most people don't even realize that, but that is a self-contained film. You're not going to capture the same kind of magic unless you have all the same characters. Tina Fey's writing it again, and they made it. I'm pretty sure it went straight to VOD or a very, very small release. But I wasn't even aware it was made until I saw Mean Girls. So I'm like, what? And it's like literally verbatim the same exact thing. And that was such a great surprise. It was like Heathers of this generation, which is just so good, So no.
I think they're trying to franchise it like they do
Mean
with
Moms. They have Mean Moms coming out.
Oh,
but
of course you know that, Sinead.
Well, I mean, we talked about it on the show like a week and a half ago.
But they're trying to franchise it like the whole Bring It On franchise. Remember, there's like a million Bring It On movies. They had the one that was in theaters that did
Kirsten
well
Dunst,
and was well received, and then they made like a million VOD.
Bring It On again.
Yeah.
Bring it on
Still
last
bring it.
week.
Yeah.
Still over here, just bringing it.
I think they did American Pie. They did that as well. They made like 50
Yeah.
million. I'm not talking about the theatrical
Like
sequels.
the camp
Yeah,
ones,
exactly.
Like I think Allison Hannigan was still in those, right? One of them was.
Yeah.